Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know what you wanna say. What's the plan is to take the time is change. Keep the clothes on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final episode of Wildcats before Revelations 8. This is episode 194. And this is D-Lo here with you once again on commentary for what is sure to be a very, very unpredictable night as it comes to the Wildcats division, considering, like I said, this is the last episode before Revelations, and with tempers flaring all over the place, who knows what's going to happen tonight? I have no idea. All I know is that there's going to be a lot of action coming up. And in our main event tonight, it's something that's been it's been long looking forward to. Kimberly, Paige, and Thorne are finally going to collide one-on-one just a few weeks before their match at Revelations 8, where they were going to be in a triple threat match for the Goddess title. That's happening tonight. Also, Oseiko is going to get a little bit of a tune-up match before her big matchup against her daughter Yukimori at Revelations. Something that Oseiko requested, and she even picked the opponent herself. So that is going to happen later on tonight as well. And they're also going to have two previews of some of these matches at Revelations, two previews of the tag title match at Revelations, as we're going to have two fatal four-way matches featuring halves of the teams in that match. So that's going to happen tonight. Also, Bella de Santos will go one-on-one with the Rising Star champion Strawberry Sookie. That's going to happen tonight as well, but we are kicking off the action with another preview of a match at Revelations. Conoco Akiyama Decker, if you want to be specific, in action against one of the women she will be competing against at Revelations in Rebel Madden, the Wild Child. Call this preview night tonight for Revelations, because we have a lot of Revelations previews coming your way here. We got this match featuring the Rising Star competitors. You got the champion and Bella de Santos later. You got those two fatal four-ways. Oseiko in action. You got Kimberly, Paige, and Thorn in the main event. And we're also going to have the #1 contender for the Wildcats title, Ellie Rose, out here tonight. to make one final address before her match for the Wildcats title. And here comes Rebel, who's been making quite a name for herself here on the Wildcats roster since she debuted a few months ago. And in just a few months' time, this woman is already in a match at Revelations, not just any match, a title match. So you gotta think that the butterflies for this woman are immense at the moment. You gotta think that she's gotta have butterflies the size of grapefruits, not those grapefruits, in her stomach right now, understanding the magnitude of what is in front of her right now, the magnitude of the opportunity that she's got at Revelation. She could leave that show just months after debuting as the Rising Star Champion. She's got that opportunity, but don't count out Conoco, don't count out Sookie, don't count out Bella, and especially do not count out whoever the fourth woman is that will be in that match as well, because that's the X Factor. There's always an X Factor when it comes to mystery opponents, and we won't know who that person will be until the time of the match, so it could literally be anyone. As you now see Rebel with a side headlock, really digging into Conoco here. And Conoco also, like I said, don't count her out because she's got something to prove when it comes to wanting more eyes on her in this company and showing that she belongs in the conversation. Whoa. Rebel missing that clothesline. Conoco got out of the way quickly, and now right back to the chain wrestling between these two women, trying to feel each other out. This is the first time these two women have ever crossed paths one-on-one. So, I know Conoco's had some matches recently. As now look at it. Oh, went for something, and Rebel just swatted her out of the air. That was a smart maneuver there. And now Rebel going after the arm. Very smart. Quickly going in for a cover and only a 1 count. When you want to talk about two women who could be the future of the Wildcats division, you got these two women right here as shining examples of that fact. And again, like I said, one of these two women could walk out of Revelations as the Rising Star Champion. You got these two women who just debuted this season. They're not long tenured members of the Wildcats roster. They've been here for just a cup of coffee in a lot of people's eyes, but when you talk about these two women, they got a lot to prove, and I think that these two have a shot of walking out with the title. But you know that Bella Santos, somebody who's made it perfectly clear she wants that title. She's not going to just lay down and let someone else handle it, or let somebody else take her opportunities. She wants to prove that she, after so long waiting and hoping, oh look at this, Rebel with a tornado DDT to get out of that move that Conoco is trying to go for, and here's that strength advantage that Rebel has over Conoco here in this match. Gut-wrenching her and then slamming her down to the mat. And now Conoco in trouble once again, but trying to get back into this matchup. And now look at this, giving her a taste of her own medicine. Tornado DDT. And then dropping the knee right across the face. Now Conoco gunning Rebel up to her feet and then slingshotting her off the ropes, neck first, but doesn't get her the victory. All of these women who are competing tonight want momentum heading into Revelations 8. I kind of say this every year, but this might be the biggest Revelations of all time. And again, I say that every year, But I think this year there's something a little bit different about it. There's something a little bit more special about this year's show than years past. And I can't wait to get there and present that to all of you. But right now we've got, again, one more Wildcats to go. And it's this one right here, as now Rebel continuing the offense, just slinging rights and lefts and stomps to the chest of Conoco here. And she might have knocked her out. I wouldn't blame her if she didn't. There's the cover, but only a 1 count. Conoco showing her toughness. I got to give it to her on that exchange, but Rebel's not finished. She's looking to finish the job now. She's got her up, and there's that rolling Death Valley driver that she's put people away with in the past. 1, 2, but Conoco gets the shoulder up. I would have thought that that would have been it, but apparently not. Rebel's going to have to do a little bit more to wear Decker down, and it looks like she's trying to do that with this rear chin lock here. Trying to slow the momentum, slow the pace down just a bit, and that might be the wisest move she's made all this match. Conoco's got the speed advantage, but Rebel's got the strength advantage, and that's something that's going to be played into a factor here. And Conoco giving Rebel some strikes back for those strikes that she took earlier. And Rebel on the apron and gets chucked off of it. Conoco is not afraid to get her nails dirty if she has to. That's for sure. Rebel back in the ring. Conoco in trouble, and now here more of the strikes by Rebel. The more she strikes, the more Conoco feels it. And I don't know how much more of those strikes Conoco can honestly take, because Rebel is very heavy-handed. And now another chop. And went for the lariat, got a kick to the midsection for her efforts, and then a knee to the midsection, and a leg drop bulldog. And this could be it. Conoco into the cover. The leg is hooked, and only a 1. I don't know if that was defiance or if that was a sign that she hasn't sufficiently weakened her enough yet, but it looks like this might be it. There's the Oseiko knee. That's got to be it. The leg is hooked, and it is over. That bare knee right to the skull, right between the eyes of Rebel, knocked her clean out, and Rebel defeated here tonight by Conoco in a big, big win. And Conoco, I think, needed that win to get some momentum heading into Revelations. But again, don't count Rebel out just yet, just because she lost here tonight, because she's got every opportunity to walk out with that belt. And then, of course, there's the wild card. We don't know who the 4th member of this match will be. We know about the champion, obviously, Conoco, Rebel, and Bella de Santos, but we don't know who this mystery 4th woman is, and we're not going to know until the time of the match. So this is what ended it right here. That leg drop bulldog didn't get the job done, but this knee did, and she nailed all of it. And will that be the scene at the end of Revelations? Will this woman right here, Conoco, walk out with the Rising Star title? We're going to find out in just a few weeks' time at Revelations. Conoco, your winner here tonight.
Cindy the Clown!
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a. We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Read us any rule, we'll break it. We're
As long as we got each other, we got the world spinning right and left. Standing tall on the wings of my dream. Right.
In a road that's hit, brand new life around the bend. There were times I lost the Our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Sunday, Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Saturday, what a day. Grooving all week with you. These days are ours. Share them with me. These days are ours. Happy and free. These happy days are yours and mine. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Wildcats episode 194. We just saw a wonderful match between Conoco Decker and Rebel Madden, getting you set for the Rising Star title match at Revelations. We're going to see Bella de Santos and Strawberry Sookie, the champion Strawberry Sookie, later on tonight. And here comes a woman who I talked about Rebel having butterflies because of her Revelations match. This woman right here has got to have butterflies considering that she's going to be in this match tonight. A match that Oseiko herself requested. And if Oseiko is requesting you for a match, then that's got to be some high praise. The beautiful moon, Akami Sukiko, who has been trying her best to make her name here on Wildcats in these last few months. And tonight, she is in for a fight. She's in for a test against the forefront Oseiko at Oseiko's own request, to sharpen Oseiko's skills leading into the biggest, I would say the biggest match of Oseiko's career and Oseiko's life coming up at Revelations 8. And here she comes now. If you guys didn't know, I should go ahead and tell you, even though I don't know why you wouldn't know this by now. But at Revelations 8, Oseiko's daughter Yukimori will finally make her in-ring debut. She's at the age now where she can make her in-ring debut. All the paperwork has been signed, all the legalities have been taken care of. And Oseiko will be her first opponent in a 20-minute endurance match. And if Yukimori can beat Oseiko, or if she can make the 20-minute limit, if she can last 20 minutes in the ring with her mother, either way, she wins the match. And I'm sure Oseiko knows. Like I said, this is the biggest match, and I'm sure Oseiko herself would say that. This is the biggest match of her career and her life. And Oseiko sporting a bit of a new look tonight. I guess this is the test Akami here. And I understand that completely with the face paint trying to intimidate. Not even trying to intimidate. That's probably the wrong choice of words. She's trying to test this woman, Akami. I'm pretty sure, like I said, if Oseiko is the one requesting the match, her final DCA match before the biggest match of her life, and she requests you for it. That is the highest praise I feel for someone this early on in her career. Akami has to realize that, and she's got to realize the gravity of this moment. Whether she wins or loses tonight, she has an endorsement from someone like Oseiko. That's a huge deal. Wow, stun gun. But that is a huge, huge deal. If you're someone like Akami who's trying to get her footing here in this company, who's trying to find herself, that's a huge honor. One count. And you know, I'm pretty sure that Yukimori and Michael Connolly are watching this. Of course, Michael's going to be busy at Revelations as well. He's going to have his final encounter with Kenshiro Shimada. It's not going to be no holds barred this time. It's going to be a regular singles match. Something that Kenshiro has not wrestled in a regular singles match in many, many years. So you got to wonder how he's going to do when there's no weapons and everything involved, even though Kenshiro has not used weapons all too often, if ever, since coming back to DCA, technically coming back, quote unquote, to DCA. But this is going to be a completely different environment because Michael has been in those kind of matches before all the time of these days. And I got to give it to Akami here. She's not cracking under the pressure of this big moment right now. And she can't do that. She can't afford to do that when you're in the ring with someone as experienced and as legendary as Oseiko is. And Akami, for her credit, she's keeping up. She's keeping up stride for stride with Oseiko. And I think that's why Oseiko chose her. She must have seen something in Akami that a lot of other people probably haven't yet. She's got a knack for those kind of things, I've been told. Look at these strikes by Oseiko, but now Akami trying to come back with strikes of her own, but oh man. And Akami again, she is taking it to Oseiko. She's keeping up. And I feel like this is kind of similar to what Oseiko did with Sakura when she first showed up in DCA. Oseiko specifically wanted to fight Sakura to test her, to prove that she is who she says she is. And by prove that she is, that I'm talking about Oseiko wanted to prove to Sakura that Sakura is who Sakura says she was, which is the new standard. And she did that. And now here Oseiko is, I guess, trying to show Akami that yes, you are the future. And that's why I chose you. And Akami, again, like I said, to her credit, she is keeping up with Oseiko. Wow. That was a bit aggressive. But I could look at this aggression coming out of Akami now. This is something I have not seen yet from her. But I think Oseiko is trying to bring that out of her. Trying to bring a more competitive edge out of Akami here. And I completely understand that. There's a back cracker. There's a cover and only a 1 count. Like I said, I can completely understand the fact that she wants Akami to bring her very best here tonight. She wouldn't have asked for anything more. Akami now. Nope. Oseiko coming back into this match. Oseiko off the ropes. Head scissors DDT. Very nicely done, but Akami coming right back at Oseiko. And now it's Akami going off the ropes into a complete shot. Very nicely done, but Oseiko coming right back now. Oh my! Okay, that KNS, as Wayne would say, that was a catch finish. And it, wow! Just like that. Akami did not see that coming, and neither did I. And I hope Yukimori saw that too, because that's how quick Oseiko can put a match away. She catches you under the jaw with that foot and it's over. And Akami did not at all realize what was going on until it was too late. That was masterful by Oseiko. Watch this. Bang! Didn't see it coming. Didn't realize it until her lights were turned out. And if that happens at Revelations, that 20-minute endurance match isn't going to last too long. Even though I'm sure Oseiko wouldn't want it that way. She wants her daughter to give her her absolute best. That's going to be a special occasion for all of us here. Yukimori and Oseiko, that's going down at Revelations, and I hope all of you can join it because it's going to be a special moment, folks. I can't stress that enough. Wildcats 194 is back. We got more previews for Revelations coming up. Including our main event tonight, Kimberly Paige will go one-on-one with Abby Thorn. That is still happening later on. But we got a fatal four-way coming up. The first of two fatal four-ways that will preview the fatal four-way ladder match for the Wildcats tag team titles coming up at Revelations. And here comes catering's worst nightmare, Natalie Nice. Of course, Natalie Nice and Amaya Redfield, who have been terrorizing not just the tag team division, but the catering core in the backstage area every show, are one of four teams in this ladder match. Of course, the fatal four-way tag team title ladder match, a staple here in the Destiny Championship Alliance. And we've had some classic ones in the past. But this is going to be one of those situations where it might be the most unpredictable of all time, and that's just because Natalie's in the match. And here comes a woman who has not been in a, I wouldn't say this isn't a singles match, but by herself in quite a while, the queen of ultra-violence herself, Lacey Adams. Lacey has not been in a match like this for quite a while. But don't count her out, because Lacey, a former Rising Star champion, former Sudden Impact Women's champion. In fact, the Sudden Impact Women's Championship, the first iteration of that title, became the Rising Star title. So technically, Lacey's the first champion, because she brought that belt over when she beat Tiffany Clark after so long, chasing after that title. So you have this woman to thank for the Rising Star title becoming a thing. I'm sure she wouldn't be clamoring for attention on it or anything like that, but here comes participant number 3. You're going to hear these themes a lot tonight, just saying. Former CCL referee turned professional wrestler Laura Riot. And I gotta tell you, and I might be jumping the gun here, but I'm pretty confident in this. The year that CCL's ending, I'm pretty sure this is a big moment for the, not just the Bombshell Club, but for this woman right here. I think this moment at Revelations means more to Laura Riot than the other two Bombshell Club members, simply because of the fact that she wants to honor Eddie's memory by finally winning these tag team titles. And speaking of the tag team championships, here comes one half of the Wildcats tag team champions. Probably the most popular woman on the entire Wildcats roster, Madison Starr. These fans are always on their feet whenever this woman comes down the ramp. This woman who's been a staple of the Wildcats division since season 3. An angel, if you will. And her and Jamie Fury won those tag team titles a few weeks back. They've held the belts for about a month or so now. But at Revelations 8, they will put those titles on the line in a fatal 4-way ladder match where they don't have to be pinned to lose those titles. So you got to think Maddie and Jamie are a little bit nervous. Then again, if I'm going into a fatal 4-way ladder match, there's no one I would want to be in that match with more than a powerhouse like Jamie Fury. And that's not saying that Madison isn't powerful in her own right, because she is. But Jamie Fury, you talk about power and strength. You talk about the mighty Jamie Fury, and you put a ladder in her hand, all bets are off. But then again, you got Lacey Adams in there with a ladder in her hand, and that in itself is a dangerous gamble. And then you got Natalie Nyson, who knows what she's capable of with ladders in the ring. Hell, you can't put a ladder around this woman in the backstage area. She might climb it. As now, look at this, Lacey Adams with a DDT on the apron. I was going to say tornado style, but it wasn't technically a tornado. The only tornadoes that are around here are Natalie and catering, and we don't talk about that. I've heard the horror stories. And now look at this, Laura with a pin, and Madison having to break that up. And now gets tossed out for her effort. Thought it was going to be a double team, and Madison is in trouble, and Natalie finally joining the party. Natalie always notoriously late to parties, from what I've been told. Whether it be because the food wasn't good or the food wasn't there. Enziguri now, as Laura and Lacey continuing to fight on the other side near the bottom of the ramps, rather, and Laura and Lacey back inside while Madison and Natalie are still fighting outside the ring. And now Lacey, Northern Light suplex, but Laura's feet were underneath the bottom rope. Like I said, this Revelations is looking to be the biggest and best of all time, in my opinion. And I know I say that every year, but it's looking more and more likely this year than ever. We got this ladder match I talked about. Madison starring Jamie Fury defending against the Bombshell Club, Natalie Nyson and Maya Redfield, and the Ronapur Rebels at Revelations. We got that Dead Woman's 5 for the Rising Star title, with Strawberry Sookie defending against Conoco Decker, Rebel Madden, Bella DeSantos, and a fourth woman to be determined. You got Oseiko and Yukimori in that 20-minute endurance debut match. You also have Trixie Decker defending the Goddess title against both Abby Thorne and Kimberly Paige. And with the way that Trixie's been these last few months, Abby and then the hatred that Abby and Kimberly have for one another, that might be a very violent encounter between those three women. I just got to be honest. As now Madison dropping the elbow on the head of Lacey Adams on the outside, and now all four women are back outside again. Also at Revelations, on the takedown side of things, Jamal Bedlam and Casey Gordon in a Falls Count Anywhere match, Tommy Vercetti and Luke on the third in a Vice City street fight for the Burnout title. Dead Man's 5. It's going to be Horror Glory defending against Chris Knight, Aaron Anderson, Jeremy Paisley, and a fourth man to be determined. Enziguri by Lacey. And Lacey taking complete control back here in this matchup is now she gets her stun gun onto the ropes. And now going, is she going to hit the zombie skull crusher? Yes, she is. And Natalie trying to take advantage immediately. And now what the hell is Lacey doing? Lacey was going for something. I don't really know what she was doing. Now she might be a little bit upset about the fact that she couldn't do it. Ow! Slap to the face. And now, double knees to the midsection of Natalie as Madison and Laura are fighting on the outside and don't notice the pin. Now Laura notices the pin, but Natalie kicks out. And I don't know what the hell Laura is doing. She's looking for something. Drop kick, but didn't knock either woman down. And now, I went for the star breaker, but Madison got interrupted. Natalie is folded up like an accordion thanks to that. And then kicked right in the knee, and that can't help. Natalie looked like she had about 15 pixie sticks and passed out because of it after that. But she's recovered. Don't worry about it, folks. There's a kick right between the eyes. Laura back in the ring. Madison, whoa! Almost got double teamed there. And Natalie now, oh wait, what's this? Oh, atomic drop. Into the cover by Madison after explosive suplex by Lacey, and Natalie kicks out. And now Lacey tossing Laura out of the ring. Meanwhile, Natalie and Madison are still in the ring. And now it's Lacey and Natalie going at it. Stun gun again by Lacey. Lacey has used that to great effect in this match. And now Natalie sending Lacey's head repeatedly into the top turnbuckle. And down goes Lacey. And now, Laura dropped her right on the knee, but unfortunately, Natalie fell right into the ropes, and that caused the break. And now Natalie leg drop bulldog as Madison is kicking away at Lacey Adams right to the side of the head. But Lacey is getting back up. Kick to the midsection, caught by Madison. Madison now, German suplex, and down goes Lacey. Is now, Natalie was trying to wait for Laura to get up. And it looks like because of that, Natalie is seeing stars. But Laura getting up right at the nick of time. And if Laura didn't get up when she did, this match was over. Madison taken out. Now it's just Laura Riot and Natalie Nice in the ring. Natalie kicks away. Natalie dropped her face first into the mat. Lacey's back in, and I don't think Natalie sees it. Right hand, and oh my God, what a headbutt. And now belly to belly, no, Natalie. Let's not get this twisted, folks. Natalie might be unpredictable at times, but she's a hell of a wrestler. She is the sister of Nadia, after all. And Nadia's accomplishments, they don't need to be repeated here. You should already know. But Natalie, don't take her lightly by any means. Yes, she jokes around and she, plays around on Twitter a lot, and we talk about her in the catering and all that, but she can damn sure go. As now, Natalie breaks up that pin. And now Laura taking Madison down, and now Madison is getting swarmed, or at least she was temporarily. Down goes Natalie. There's an elbow by Madison, and down goes Laura. Now, shot to the knee. Wait a minute. What's Madison doing here? Butterfly suplex. And now Lacey's trying to get back to her feet. She does. Natalie's down and oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Madison got caught. Ballad of Lacey. I haven't seen that in years, folks. Into the cover. The leg is hooked and Madison kicks out. And I don't think Lacey can believe it. I don't believe it, to be honest with you, because I thought that was it. I thought that was a 3 count. And Lacey now trying to keep momentum back in her favor here. And now look at this. Figure 4. As now Natalie, I thought she was going to break that pin up, but she gives Madison a head scissors instead. And now Lacey tossing Laura out of the ring, but they don't see Natalie with a pin. No. And now, wait a minute, she's going for this leg drop. Bulldog again. And now fist drop as Laura and Lacey continuing to fight. Lacey sending Laura back inside the ring. And now another back rake by Lacey. And now look at this. Oh my goodness. Dropped her right on the top of her head as now Lacey's targeting Natalie here. And now this might be the most overused move in all of virtual wrestling. The superplex from the top. Right on the legs of Madison, and Natalie is down. And there's a forearm for Lacey. Kick to the head to Madison by Lacey, and a heel kick. And Madison is in trouble. Lacey Adams back in the driver's seat. And now the zombie skull crusher. But here comes Laura. Laura caught her into the Death Valley driver. The leg is hooked too, and no. What a match we're seeing here, folks. And if you think this is something, wait till Revelations when all of these women will be in the ring at the same time. 450 by Laura did not connect. The referee is down. I told you this was going to be madness, folks. And out goes Laura as now Lacey has got Natalie up. Ballad of Lacey, she got it. Cover. Madison in the nick of time, and Lacey does not appreciate that. Not only did she kick out of the Ballad of Lacey, she also broke it up, broke a pinfall up after one. And that's not going to endear her to the Queen of Ultra Violence very much. And now Madison with these body shots and an uppercut. And down goes Lacey. And now the riot act from Natalie Nice. And Madison tried to break the pin up, and now she does. Went for something there. What's this? Alley-oop? Yes! And now her focus turns back to Natalie Nice. As now, look at this. Cattle mutilation. And Lacey trying to break it up. And she finally kicks her in the midsection to do so. And Lacey completely smothering Madison, but gets a kick right to the midsection for her efforts. And now Madison, look at this. Wow, flings her out of the corner. Now Laura going after Natalie as Lacey gets the star breaker. The leg gets hooked in. Oh, that was a half a second away from being over. Natalie, if she was not there in time, she would have. Oh, and she's going to pay for it. Power bomb to the floor. And Madison is not done. She is not happy that that pin was broken up. Oh, and Natalie dived out of the way at the very last moment. Meanwhile, Laura has got a camel clutch locked in. I don't think either woman knows it. There is a camel clutch locked in, but Laura, seeing Madison there, broke it up prematurely, as now Natalie drives Madison's head into the mat. And neither Laura nor Lacey realizes what's going on. Laura doesn't realize it. Now she does. The leg is hooked, but it's too late. Natalie wins. Natalie Nice just pinned one half of the Wildcats Tag Team Champions. That is a huge boost of momentum heading into Revelations. But Natalie has to know, as well as all these women, that yeah, that was a great bit of momentum she just got. And momentum is everything in this business. But it is still an unpredictable ride, considering that there's going to be 4 more women in the ring and 2 ladders at play. There won't be any pinfalls at Revelations. It's just going to be a matter of survival. And Natalie Nice pinning one half of the Wildcats Tag Team Champions, that's a big effing deal. And you may be looking at one half of the new Wildcats Tag Team Champions by the time Revelations runs around. But let's see if her partner Amaya can repeat the same thing later on in her Fatal 4-Way. Her, Brittany Evans, Jamie Fury, and Kiva Andrews.
Toby Jones from Jones Good Ass Barbecue and Foot Massage, and I'm proud to announce my new Steph Curry Chicken Playoff Special. It's a whole chicken drenched in a spicy curry sauce. Then I throw it at you from 27 feet away. Splash! Now friends, you may ask yourself, how come we ain't got no LeBron meal? Well, what has LeBron ever done for Toby? At least Steph is out there representing my jingle. LeBron too busy pushing Kia. Hell, I ain't seen a brother get so much attention for a Korean car since Rodney King. And now you can enjoy a spicy curry chicken or family foot rub at home with my new Jones Spicy Curry Barbecue and Foot Rub Chicken Sauce, wherever fine sauces are sold.
Jones Barbecue and Foot Massage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wildcats 194 has returned. We just saw a very, very good Fatal 4-Way match previewing the ladder match at Revelations for the Wildcats tag team titles, but right now we're going to get another preview of the Rising Star title match at Revelations. Bella DeSantos has a huge opportunity here tonight as she's going one-on-one with the champ herself, Strawberry Sookie. She's got a chance to test herself, to test that she's ready for this. A woman who has been in this company since season 3. A woman who made her name at Wildcats Unleashed, if you remember that show. She feels that it's finally her time to win the Rising Star title. She says she has to win it. She has to win this title at Revelations. So many people have written this woman off over and over and over again. So many people have said that this woman will never win the Rising Star title if she hasn't won it already. And in many respects, this might be Bella DeSantos' last chance to win this title. If she does not win this title at Revelations, then everyone's opinions might actually come to reality here. In her mind, that's what it comes down to. But tonight, it's not about Revelations. It's about facing the champ tonight. Lucinda wanted to give her this opportunity. And she's getting it. She's getting it against the champ. And here she comes. A woman who has been so dominant as the Rising Star champion ever since Millen was defeated for it by this woman in Millen's first title defense. Strawberry Sookie. A woman who has also been in this company for years, off and on, and finally won her first singles championship here in DCA at Proving Ground when she beat Millen. A match that people did not think Sookie would have won because Millen had so much momentum on her side. She had so much going for her at that point. And at one moment, 1 millisecond, Sookie just crushed all of that, and Millen has not been the same since. And Sookie now looking to crush the dreams of Bella DeSantos. And Bella has to understand the gravity of this match right now. She's in the ring with the Rising Star champion. Yes, the title isn't on the line, but I talked about momentum earlier. If you pin the champion before Revelations, that is a huge boost of momentum. Natalie Nice got it just a few minutes ago. Bella DeSantos can have the same thing here, but it's going to be a tough test, and she has to realize that. She's in the ring with a very dangerous woman. And now, oh, wait a minute. Oh my goodness, her head landed on the bottom turnbuckle, and that's what I'm talking about. This woman, Sookie, does not care about your health. She does not care if she hurts you. She does not care if you do not walk out of this arena the same way you walked in. She is here to hurt you and win. That's about it. And even then, that's stretching. Look at this, biting her on the fingers now. This woman does not care who she hurts or how she does it. The whole running around with scissors thing could be all fun and games, but she's made a career out of hurting people. She's made a career out of playing the mind games. She's made a career out of being herself. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is up for your interpretation, but that's just who Strawberry Sookie has always been, as you can see. I don't need to say it any more than that showed you, folks. But Bella is going to keep fighting, and she has to. She has to keep fighting in this match. That's all she can do. And I went for a kick, and Bella just gets shut down. Just gets shut down and thrown out of the ring. And now, again, Bella just swarmed by Sookie. And this is what Bella's going to have to deal with at Revelations. She's going to have to deal with this kind of mentality. And she's also got to deal with other women in the match as well. Like Conoco, like Rebel, like the fourth woman who we still won't know until the time of the match. Bella's got to realize that, and now look at this. She's got a bridge now, but quickly Sookie gets out of it and then headbutts her. And now, oh, look at this. Again, just trying to shut Bella down, but Bella keeps coming back. And Sookie keeps coming back immediately. I went for the strawberry cutter. She went for the strawberry cutter, and Bella saw it coming. That was a great, wait, that's freaking Porky Pig now. Excuse me there, folks. That was a great, G-R-E-A-T, great bit of scouting by Bella, but it doesn't look like it means much at the moment. But Bella's going to try and make it mean something. But again, Sookie keeps coming back, and there's a snap suplex. That might be the momentum shift she needs there. Bella getting Sookie back inside the ring. She knows she can't win the match outside. Bella now, springboard. There's the senton. And Bella trying to keep offense now, but gets kicked right in the mouth. And Bella has to roll outside, and now Sookie, I don't know what she's thinking. I'm not going to try and find out. I'm not going to go up there and ask her, are you crazy? I want to value my life. I'm shot right into the apron. I'll get Hit Kid to do it. He apparently likes talking to crazy people. He's got a whole roster full of them. Well, his family has a whole roster full of them. And now these two women battling outside the ring, and now Bella. Count is up to 6 as Bella now, with these 3 amigos on the floor, she's got to get back in the ring. And Bella is getting back in the ring. Is she going to take a count out here? No. She does not want a count out. She wants to prove that she can pin Sookie. She wants to beat the champion. DDT on the floor. Oh, is she going for another one? She's going to go for another one on the floor. And that's the aggression she's going to have to pull out if she's going to beat Sookie here. And Sookie just getting right back into it. Sookie is not stopping. Oh, no. Oh, no, there's that hammerlock lariat that she's put so many women away with. The leg is hooked, and Bella still keeps fighting. But how much more does she have left? That lariat took everything out of her, and oh, no. Oh, you know what she's going for now. She's going for her ace in the hole. There it is, the strawberry cutter. Strawberry cutter. 2, 3. Just like that. I'm telling you, folks, this woman, Strawberry Sookie, is dangerous. And if you don't think there is a real possibility that Strawberry Sookie could still walk out of Revelations 8 with the Rising Star title, you're fooling yourselves. This woman has made a career out of the very thing you just saw. And it doesn't matter how much Bella wants it. It doesn't matter how much Conoco or Rebel or that fourth woman, no matter how much they might want it. Sookie does not care how much you want it. She does not care if you need it, if you feel like you need it. She does not care. If she hits this right here, it is all over. You are done. Sookie does not care about your dreams. She does not care about your ambitions. She does not care about you wanting the belt or how bad you want the belt. She wants to keep the belt, and she will do anything, and I mean anything, to keep that belt around her waist. Look at her. She does not care. She will hurt you. And at Revelations 8, she couldn't leave still the Rising Star Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Wildcats 194. It has been an incredible night so far, and we are not done yet. We still have our main event coming up. Kimberly Paige, one-on-one with Abby Thorn. That's coming up later on tonight in our main event. But coming up next, we have a second Fatal 4-Way Tag Team preview here. And we saw earlier that Natalie Nice picked up a victory. And now we're going to see if her tag team partner, Amaya Redfield, can do the same thing. And this is going to be interesting because we have not seen Amaya in a match without Natalie yet. But we're going to see it here. And obviously Amaya very hyped for this match, as she should be considering the circumstances. She's probably hopped up on whatever they had in catering to celebrate Natalie's win earlier tonight, because you know that's a thing that happens. But she's got some stiff competition tonight. She's got some stiff competition in this match. And one of her competition is about to come out right now. As Eddie Mack would have said, and damn it, I miss him every day. Little 64 inches of dynamite herself, Brittany Evans, making her way out to the ring. And Brittany Evans, the shortest member of the Bombshell Club, but don't let that fool you. This woman is tough, and she's shown it on several occasions. She's had opportunities at the Rising Star title numerous times in her career, But like I said earlier, I think for Laura, and maybe even for Brittany as well, because Eddie coined the nickname, this might be a pivotal match, the most important match for herself and for Laura, considering CCL's ending in a few months' time. I think if everything goes well, about a month after Revelations. And you know they want to leave a lasting impression and finally win these tag team titles. They've wanted them for so long. But you know who else wants them? The former Wildcats Tag Team Champions in Kieva Andrews and Lacey Adams, and Kieva is making her way to the ring right now. A woman whose potential has been well documented here in this company. A woman who's a single star waiting to break out at any moment. Hell, she already is over in UWL as the Sparks champion. She already proved it in SRW as one of the longest and most dominant Queen of the Deathmatch champions in that company's history. She's a former Rising Star champion here in DCA, former Wildcats Tag Team champion here in DCA. And she could win the titles a second time if she can. Actually, no, that'd be a third time? I think it was second or third time. I'll check. I'll get somebody to check on that. But anyway, the point is, she could win the titles again with Lacey Adams if they make it through that ladder match at Revelations. They've had their issues with the Black Plague Society that Lucinda has banned from this arena tonight because they are afraid, she was afraid that these two teams would brawl again, especially after the last episode when those two teams fought. The Rebels got the win, but after the match were assaulted by the Black Plague Society. So Alika and Delia have been banned from the building tonight to avoid that kind of shenanigan from happening, because it seems like the Ronapur Rebels and the Black Plague Society cannot keep their hands off of one another. And here comes the X Factor, the fourth woman in this matchup, and perhaps the X Factor of that entire damn ladder match. The legend herself, the mighty Jamie Fury. A woman whose accolades speak for themselves from the XWA. A woman whose reputation precedes her. And a lot of people didn't think that this team between Madison and Jamie would last, much less even work out to the point it is now, but it has. They are the tag team champions. Jamie agreed to work with Madison through this, even though I'm sure Jamie would love to be a singles champion here in DCA. And let's be honest, Jamie could do that anytime she wants to. You take a look at this woman and she says, I want a title shot. You gonna tell her no? I don't think so. Here we go. Fatal 4-way rules, just like earlier tonight. We're gonna find out who gets some more momentum heading into Revelations. Here we go. And this is a mixed match if I've ever seen it. And you gotta think Kiva and Jamie are the two biggest threats in this match. They're both stronger, they're both taller, and Brittany just realized exactly what I'm talking about. That doesn't mean Brittany and Amaya aren't gonna fight. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that they need to isolate Kiva and Jamie early. And there's a splash by Amaya. It looks like Amaya and Brittany are doing exactly that, trying to isolate the two bigger women so that way it comes down to a one-on-one. And that is the smart play. Of course, they're probably not going to be able to do that at Revelations because, again, there's going to be 4 other women in the ring and 2 ladders around the ring. And whatever else might be hiding under the ring, as we've seen in previous ladder matches here in this company. So anything can happen at this rate. And clothesline by Brittany as an uppercut by Amaya to Amaya sends her in the corner. And try and keep up with all of this action here. As now look at this. Amaya with a head scissors. As Brittany is going after Jamie, sending her back inside the ring. Of course, like I said, our main event's coming up. It's going to be Kimberly Paige and Abby Thorne one-on-one, a preview of the Goddess Championship match at Revelations 8 between Kimberly, Abby, and the champion Trixie Decker. And also we will hear from the #1 contender for the Wildcats title in Ellie Rose. Later on tonight, a big match for her at Revelations. Obviously, the biggest match of her life. Going up against Devataki for the belt. And we will run down the Revelations card as well. A huge, huge night. Well, huge 2 nights of DCA action coming up at Revelations 8. And we hope you all could join us for that explosive night of action, these 2 nights of action. As now Kiva with a clover leaf locked in, and Jamie trying to break it up, but Brittany ended up breaking out of it herself and giving her a drop kick. And I don't know what Amaya was thinking, trying to chop Jamie down. I understand the logic, but you're going to need a lot more to take Jamie Fury down, that's for sure. And Amaya, she's giving it her best shot, I'll give it that much. And now head scissors by Brittany. Amaya now just teeing off on Jamie. And Jamie again just trying to get the better of Amaya, but it's not working so well so far. Clothesline by Brittany in the corner to Kiva, as Jamie once again continuing to take down Amaya and sends her into the steel steps. This is going to be a very unpredictable event when you have all these women that are in the ring now. You add what covered by, only broken up by Jamie. When you add Laura Riot, you add Lacey Adams, you add Natalie Nice, you add Madison Starr with these 4 women, and then you add 2 letters on top of it, and just the pressure of Revelations. You got all the makings of a combustible situation as Jamie just speeding around the ring and torpedoed her knee right into the back of Kiva, sending her to the floor. As now Jamie with this gut wrench, Dr. Bomb, and down goes Brittany, as now just laying in the heavy hands. Oh my God. I told you this woman is the X factor in that whole damn match. But Amaya is not gonna. Come on. Okay. Jamie might have been justified there. I'm sorry. But hey, Amaya, to her credit, she's fighting back here. Drop kick. Oh no. Kiva, DDT on the Brittany. But doesn't see Amaya behind her. Oh, went for the enziguri, doesn't connect. Oh no. Oh my God, that's it. Rebel yell. 2. No, Amaya kicks out. Amaya is tough, that's for sure. But that Rebel yell might have did it, and she is out. And Brittany, went for that forearm. Lacey got out of the way, and she didn't get out of the way of that one. She clocked her with that forearm, that discus elbow. The leg is hooked and it is over. Just like that. I told you, a little 64 inches of dynamite, and that's exactly what she just unloaded onto the face of Kiva Andrews. And to Kiva's credit, she had the match won. Amaya was just tough enough to kick out of the Rebel Yell. Look at this. Bam! Spun her all the way around with that one. And then Brittany, and then Jamie got taken out by Kiva. Brittany making certain, but then missing that elbow. Kiva tried to spin back around and hit a Rebel Yell, but nope. She got hit with a forearm finally. Brittany was tired after that. She put all her strength into that, and it knocked her clean out. And now, Brittany Evans and Natalie Nice have momentum heading into Revelations, and we're going to see those two. Revelations 8. Who's going to walk out as Wildcats Tag Team Champions? We're going to find out, folks.
Why leave anything on your front lawn, under your porch, on the side of the highway when you can store all that stuff my way down here at Jones' big-ass truck rental and car storage? Now, I know y'all got stuff at your house that you don't need no more, you don't want. You know you ain't gonna use that printer. Why keep it all around your house? Bring it down here to my house. You ain't the Dukes of Hazzard. You know you gonna use that ugly yellow luggage. You don't need all this crap. What you gonna do with this? This is not what it... In my yard, I don't care. I'll store this motorcycle in that van for you for $10.99 a month. You got old tires. They charge you $3 for that old tire. You can rent a truck. You can store a car. They don't care. Bring it on down here. You ain't got to put that old tire for $3. For less than that. Hell, for you, for $3 they gonna charge you. I do it down here for $1.50 down here at Jones' big-ass truck rental and storage facility. Now, friends, you may ask yourself, how in the hell can he store this stuff for such a cheap price? Put this in a box, mark it for you, put it away, seal it. The fact of the matter is, I'm pretty drunk right now and store it. And this is a drunk discount sale down here at Jones' big-ass truck rental and car facility. You got an elephant, I got space. Send me smoke signals. You got weed, and I'll store anything you want. Go ahead and give me a call or find me on them internets at www.jonesbigasstruckrentalstorage.com. That's JONES, big-ass truck rentals and storage.com. This is a bus. You know how big a bus is?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Wildcats 194, and we are getting set for our main event of the evening. A big match previewing the Goddess Championship match at Revelations 8. It will be Kimberly Paige and Abby Thorn finally colliding one-on-one after weeks and weeks of these two women doing anything possible to tear each other apart. Last episode, Abby Thorn cost Kimberly Paige a match against her rival Akira Suzuki, and after the match, these two women brawled so much that we had to get officials to try and break it up. But tonight, they're in the ring one-on-one. And here comes the risen star herself, the longest reigning Risen Star champion of all time, one half of the UWL Charge Tag Team Champions, teeth to ankles Abby Thorn. And Abby Thorn, she's been saying for months and months how she felt like DCA management was not treating her like the star that she says she is. That she's not in prominent positions on the card. Well, at Revelations 8, she's in one. And she's fighting for one of the most prestigious belts in this company. In the Goddess Championship. Abby Thorn looking to become the Goddess Champion for the first time in her career. And she's got a good shot walking out with that belt too. But she's got another woman breathing down her neck for that belt as well. And she's about to come out right now. And here she is. Former Extreme Call Wrestling Women's Champion, former Call All-Stars Women's Champion in Kimberly Paige. Kimberly Paige has made it her mission to make Abby Thorne's life a living hell. Because Kimberly Paige believes that Abby Thorne shouldn't be in DCA if all she's going to do is cry and complain about not getting top positions. But what's ironic about it is that Kimberly Paige has been doing the exact same thing. She's been also saying that management has not been treating her to her proper standards, if you will. And now these two are in a match at Revelations for the Goddess title, as this is our main event of Wildcats 194. It is Kimberly Paige versus Abby Thorne. A preview of the Goddess title match at Revelations 8 is now Abby just immediately, not even wasting any time, stretching out Kimberly Paige. Abby has wanted this for weeks now. All the berating, all the snide talk from Kimberly Paige about how Abby shouldn't be here and how Abby shouldn't do this and that, even though Kimberly's kind of talking out of both sides of her mouth because she too has done the same thing Abby's done. Look, I'll say this. Abby Thorne and Kimberly Paige are two of the best wrestlers in the world, not just the Wildcats roster, but in the world, or they wouldn't be here on DCA Takedown. I mean, Wildcats, excuse me. I finished Takedown a while ago. Anyway, they wouldn't be here on Wildcats if they weren't talented. They wouldn't be on Wildcats if they weren't seen as top stars. And this notion, for some odd reason, that they feel like management hasn't been treating them well and treating them like top stars. I'll tell you this much, and this is me going off the cuff here a little bit, as Abby with a big elbow drop. Quickly into the cover. One count. I'll say this, and I will admit this live on air for everyone to hear. I admit that I have not been as welcoming, not even welcoming, that's the wrong turn of the phrase. I'll admit that there's been some mistakes made when it comes to Abby Thorne here in DCA. She probably should have been in a Wildcats title picture by now. She should have been in the Goddess title picture by now. She should have been in the Fever title picture by now. And you know what? That's on me. I'm the boss. I'm the make the final decisions. That's on me. I should have been the one. If she should be mad at anybody, she shouldn't be mad at Lucinda. She should be mad at me. Because there are several people on this roster, just like Abby, that I feel could have been in those positions and should have been in those positions. And me and my decision making, I should have been the one to say, you know what? Yes, she does deserve that. She does deserve to be in that title picture. And the fact that it's taken this long is not a slight on Abby. It's not a slight on Lucinda. It's a slight on me. And I can be man enough to be here live on commentary and admit that. Kimberly Paige, on the other hand, she has no room to gripe because she's been in this business a long time. She's a legend. She's a former Call All-Stars Women's Champion. If she wanted to be in those title pictures, she can be in there any day of the week without even having to ask. Abby Thorne, though, she should have been there a year ago, 2 years ago. And that's on me. And Abby keeps talking about how she may not want to be here anymore because management isn't, treating her well. And again, if that happens, that's on me. That's not on Lucinda or anybody else. That's on me. And I have to live with those consequences. I have to live with the mistakes that I've made. And I'm man enough to admit that. So Abby, if you hear this, I know it won't mean a damn to you, but I apologize for the fact that I made mistakes in not treating you like the star that you should be. And I hope that at Revelations 8, people can see, if they haven't already, just exactly how much of a star you are. And even then, people should have already known how much of a star Abby is. She doesn't have to gloat about it or anything like that. And this isn't me kissing ass or anything, trying to keep her here or any of that crap. Because I know how some people think. This is me giving Abby the credit that I should have been giving her a long time ago. And it sucks that it took me this long. Japanese Ocean Cyclone Suplex. But Abby got her foot under the rope. And the referee is in the line of fire of Kimberly Paige now. And getting talked down to, as Kimberly Paige likes to do so much. But she doesn't see Abby behind her. And gets a missile drop kick for her trouble. But I think we're all forgetting, and we really shouldn't be, the third woman in this equation. And that is the goddess champion herself, Trixie Decker. There's a bridging suplex too. No. Trixie Decker is a very, very dangerous woman. There is something different about Trixie Decker these days that I don't think a lot of people are realizing. Another Japanese Ocean Cyclone suplex away from the ropes and gets two this time. Trixie Decker is a very dangerous woman. She put Michelle Rockford on the shelf, and we haven't seen her or Irina since. We've seen Danielle in UWL, and she wasn't even in the Privileged Generation colors. Trixie Decker may have ended the Privileged Generation. We talk about this match that might not happen at Revelations between Ovana and Amber Stevens. Cover here. 2, no. Amber has not been seen or heard from since Trixie left her for dead and took the Wildcats title. And then threw it down and said that she doesn't want it because she wanted to give other people an opportunity, because she felt like Amber was taking those opportunities away the way she was acting. And a lot of people tend to agree with what Trixie said there. There's a head scissors to the floor by Abby. But Trixie may have, and I know she may not like it when people say this, and she may not believe it either. Trixie may have ended Amber's career. She took out the Privileged Generation. She took out Mother Devil and took that name back. She took out Celeste, and we haven't seen or heard from Celeste since Gateway to Heaven. I've never heard of Celeste Amira being off the grid before until she met Trixie Decker. There is a strong possibility that one of these two women in this ring, or both of them, may not walk out of that ring at Revelations if it means that Trixie can keep the goddess title. She will do anything to keep what's hers. And she's made that perfectly clear in the past and recently. Cover. After that backpack stunner, only gets a 2. So Trixie has that element in this match. And Kimberly and Abby, yes, they hate each other. Yes, they may take each other out, but they have to realize the danger that they are getting in the ring with. And is she going to do this again? She's going to do it again. Yes, she is. And she's going to do it as many times as she likes if it means getting the victory here. Back inside the ring goes Paige. And Kimberly Paige is on the back foot now, or so I thought. Wait a minute. Is she going for it again? Yes, she is. And this time she doesn't go for the pin. This time she's going to the top rope. This is uncharacteristic of Kimberly Paige, and so is this moonsault. I haven't seen her hit a moonsault, but it was damn impressive. Only gets a 2 count though. Kimberly Paige trying to show that she is still got everything she says she's got in this ring. But Kimberly has to not underestimate Abby Thorne. People have done that for years now, myself included, I'll admit it. Double foot stomp, no. Uh-oh. Is she going for this? Oh, she hit this at Gateway to Heaven, the DDT. That elevated DDT. She actually hit that on Wildcats a few weeks back on the concrete floor to Abby. 2 count. She hit that elevated DDT on the concrete in the parking lot to Abby Thorne. Oh man, she landed hard. And Abby now gonna try and take advantage of this. Unique suplex. And now, but Kimberly Paige taking shortcuts as she usually does. That eye rake, and now that signature backbreaker of hers. Taking these shortcuts like only Kimberly Paige can. And look at this, another one. Feet on the ropes. The legs are hooked, but only a 2 count. And she is not happy once again talking to the referee. She knows she can't strike him or that's a fine. So she's going to try and use her mouth to get her out of it. But Abby's once again trying to get an advantage back in her favor. But oh no. Tilt-a-whirl side slam. Two count again. Kimberly Paige using every dirty trick in the book against Abby, and Abby's trying to win this straight up. And hell, Abby's not a saint. She's done some despicable things to keep her championships as well. These two women are two sides of the same coin, if you will. Double super kick. 2, and Kimberly gets her hand on the bottom rope to break it. And now Kimberly rolling to the outside, trying to get a breather. But Kimberly's getting met with the resilience of Abby Thorne. That teeth to ankle shirt isn't just a moniker or a slogan. She really is like a honey badger. She will continue to gnaw away at you over and over and over and over again. That's just how Abby Thorne has been her entire career. Oh, but Kimberly Paige now slamming Abby's head into the turnbuckle pad, into the ring post, excuse me. And now she's looking for a count-out win. Of course, Kimberly Paige is looking to get out of this as easily as possible with as less damage as possible. I mean, I understand the less damage part because you're going into a triple threat match with Trixie Decker and Abby Thorne at Revelations, but you're trying to get the cheap way out, and Abby gets back in the ring at 9. Kimberly Paige doesn't realize it. Now she does. And now, right to the arm. Signature Abby Thorne. Back suplex. No! She punched her right in the nose. And now off the ropes. Went for that elbow. Abby ducked out of the way. Abby now. Leg scissors pin. 2. Oh, 2.5. 2.5. Went for something there and got swatted out of the air. And now Paige went for the spear. Abby got the elbow up. Forearm to the back. Abby now. Club right to the back of Paige. And now Back suplex neck breaker. 1, 2, and 3. Nope, just a 2. Abby has to realize she's in the driver's seat now. She's got to do something to put Kimberly Paige away and build some momentum heading into Revelations. No. Kimberly now. And there's the spear. Nearly cut her in half with that spear that she went for earlier in this match. 1, 2. No. And you got to think the frustration is starting to build here with Kimberly Paige. And the referee checking on Kimberly now and checking on Abby now. And now, oh, look at this. Now while the referee is distracted, Paige took the turnbuckle pad away. And now Kimberly getting beaten down by Abby Thorn here. Oh, kick right to the face. And now, oh no. Oh, Abby countered it. Abby's too smart. She knows those kind of tricks. She's played those herself before. She knows the tricks. Oh, but slamming her into that turnbuckle. Oh, and that it came back to bite her. It came back to bite her, all right. Northern Lights. And another one. Oh, but the hand under the ropes was the only thing that saved her. That was the only thing that saved Kimberly Paige's opportunity to win this match here. Now Paige went for a knee drop, doesn't get it. Abby now. Look at this. Jackknife pin. Jackknife pin by Abby. No. It's now, wait a minute. Oh. And a big elbow taking Abby down. This has been a hell of a main event. We still have yet to come. We will hear from the #1 contender for the Wildcats Championship in Ellie Rose here after this match. But Abby will not stay down. She will not go quietly into that good night. That's for damn sure. Abby kicking the head off of Paige. Oh, but Kimberly coming right back. But so's Abby. Oh, look at this. Oh, shooting star press. But Kimberly Paige got the knees up. And now Kimberly is right back in the driver's seat. There's a stun gun. And now, go for that backbreaker again, but Abby getting the elbows in. And now Abby backing Kimberly into the corner. Abby now, look at this. Into a sunrise. English sunrise, if you will, but Kimberly still gets the shoulder up. But Kimberly again, just continuing to. Again, this is what. Oh no! Wait a minute. Oh, boot. And now what is? Oh, right into the referee. And that was intentional. And you see why right now. Got the chair out. The referee is down. And Abby Thorne's in trouble. She doesn't see the chair. Oh, maybe she does. Trying to use the chair. There's the low blow. Turnabout spear play. Abby has not done that in many, many years. But considering how much Kimberly Paige has tried to cheat and tried to use shortcuts through this entire match, that was justified. Went for Twisted Thicket. No, went for the Kim kick. Abby's got her Twisted Thicket. 2 and 3. That was justified by Abby Thorne right there. That was justified. Because Abby was the victim of all sorts of shenanigans by Kimberly Paige this entire match. Whether it was eye rakes, whether it was the feet on the ropes, whether it was the referee getting taken out. No matter what Kimberly Paige tried to do, Abby Thorne continued to fight in the chair. But watch this. Went for the Kim kick, and then Abby hooks her Twisted Thicket after the low blow when Kimberly Paige tried to use a chair when the referee was out, and that was it. And Abby Thorne gets the momentum heading into Revelations 8, and we could be looking at the new Goddess Champion right there. Can you imagine a world where Abby Thorne isn't the Risen Star? She's the Risen Goddess of DCA. That could very well happen, but you still have to wonder about Trixie Decker in that match. You cannot underestimate Trixie. But Abby Thorne gets the momentum heading into Revelations here. Ellie Rose is out here next.
The final countdown. Oh, the final countdown. It's the final countdown.
So this is what it's come down to, right, sister? You want to get involved in my personal business again. You want to get involved in business that doesn't concern you. You know, maybe this is my punishment. Maybe this is penance for everything that I've done. Maybe, maybe not. I've never wanted this. I've never wanted to become this. And to tell you the truth, this was never about hating anyone. or blaming them. This was always about my own psychological damage, inflicting pain on others because of my own trauma that I'm dealing with. And maybe, Melissa, maybe I needed you, my family, to wake me up, to remind me of who I used to be, who I need to be. Or maybe this is what I wanted all along. Allowing everyone to see my pain, my suffering, my sorrow, so that she could see the damage we've done to one another. We are both broken. We are both damaged souls that need one another. For 3 years, my mind has been obsessed with you. I've broken my own body and mind in obsession with you. I've betrayed friends, I've left people I grew close to, and I've broken people's lives because I've been obsessed with you. And deep down, I was also angry. Angry that Juliet took something away from me, that Trixie took something away from me. Both of them had their reasons and their rights, but me, did I get my chance? Did I get my moment to find peace? No, I never did. It's so easy for all of you, fans, commentators. It's so easy for you to sit on your high horses and call me a bitch for what I've become, just like you always do. You want to call names and say that everyone's just going to return and lash out on the fans. Typical. Yet you never take a real hard look and ask why it happens. Why are we broken? Why are we damaged? Why are we who we are? Akira, Carmen, Trixie, myself, we are all mentally broken, yet none of you bother to ask why. You just play the blame game and move on. You think I don't lie awake at night and realize that I'm the reason I'm in the place I'm in now? You think I don't know that? Revelations, it's gonna be the end for both of us. And maybe by that point, we'll learn to forgive one another for taking it this far. Amber, wherever you are, I hope you hear this, because I want to make this perfectly clear to you, so you know I'm serious. We are the reason for our trauma. We've hurt one another, allowed obsession to change and mold who we've become. Deep down, I don't want the humbling Trixie gave you, as rightful as it was, to be the end of your career. Not before I beat you. And I know that deep down you don't want people saying that you disgraced the Hall of Fame that Eddie Mack was in to be your last memory. Eddie meant a lot to all of us, and he certainly meant a lot to you, didn't he? So do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Prove to the world that you're not a coward. Prove to the world that you can be better than Trixie and others believe you'll always be. Show up at Revelations and fight me, last woman standing. 2 broken women, 2 broken souls, colliding one final time. And if this is the end of both of our careers, so be it. As long as we can get closer to the desperate bit of release from our suffering that we so desperately seek, it'll be worth it. Amber, Trixie may have crushed your soul, but if you hesitate for one single moment, I will lay your body to rest once and for all, and give you the peace you've asked for. And we'll both see the gates of the Promised Land together, bathed in bloodshed. Just do your queen one last favor. Make sure that we both don't walk away, for our own good.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't think that this was personal before, it is now. And it's probably been that way for a long, long time. These two, if this match goes down, Amber Stevens and Ovana, I shudder to think what's going to happen when they get in that ring. But coming up next, we're going to hear from Ellie Rose. But before that, I got a card to run down. Revelations 8. 2 nights of action. They're coming. It's coming in a few weeks' time, folks. And you are listening to Forgive Me by Boa. It is the official theme song of Revelations 8, and it is available wherever music is sold and streamed. This rivalry will come to an end at Revelations. James Needham, Malik Brown, inside Hell in a Cell. Will either of these men walk out the same? I don't think so. This one is nearly 7 years in the making. Morgan Raincroft finally gets her rematch against Candice Romero, but Candice said, Morgan, if you don't bring your best, Revelations 2 is going to repeat itself. Tommy Vercetti used some underhanded tactics to retain the Burnout title against Lupin III, but this time it's a Vice City street fight. Can Tommy walk out of Revelations the same way he walked out of the last one as Burnout champion? Jamal Bedlam, Casey Gordon. This one's personal and it's a Falls Count Anywhere match. Their rivalry comes to an end at Revelations. This one might tear Soldier Field to the ground. The Dragonborn, the Ogre, Claudio Dragonheart, Yujiro Hanma, they finally collide at Revelations. Two of the best pure wrestlers in the world will collide for the pure title as Kiyoshi Saiba defends against Dante Styles. This one's personal as well. Black Lagoon street fight. Carmen Cortez, Ruby Malone. Will we get the answers we were looking for last year between these two? We just talked about this one. Abby Thorne has momentum, but who will walk out as the Goddess Champion as Trixie Decker defends against Abby Thorne and Kimberly Paige? Fatal 4-way ladder match for the Wildcats tag titles. Amaya and Natalie, the Bombshell Club, and the Granapur Rebels all challenge Jamie Fury and Madison Starr. Dead Woman's 5 for the Rising Star title. Strawberry Sookie defends against Bella De Santos, Rebel Madden, Conoco Decker, and a fourth woman to be determined. And then the Dead Man's 5. Haru Glory defends against Chris Knight, Aaron Anderson, Jeremy Paisley, and a fourth man to be determined. Who will walk out with their titles after the Dead Man's 5 and Dead Woman's 5? A debut 15 years in the making. Oseiko battles her daughter Yukimori. If Yuki can last 20 minutes with Oseiko or beat her in 20 minutes, Yukimori will win her debut match. This one's personal. Sin, General Esdeath, Fever title on the line. You might as well throw the rule back out the window for this one because this one's going to get nasty. Michael Connolly, Kenshiro Shimada, the final encounter, and it's a regular singles match. Can Michael finally beat Kenshiro? Or will Kenshiro get, quote unquote, what he's always wanted? Will this match even happen? Alvana Morgan, Amber Stevens, last woman standing. The question is, will Amber even be there? And what will happen if she does or doesn't? This one's the most unpredictable match on the card. Akira Yukimura, Mizuko, Dragon Sanctuary match. Akira lost her last Dragon Sanctuary match. Akira says this is the end. Will the impossible become probable? Can Ellie Rose do what no one else on this roster has been able to do and beat Devataki for the Wildcats title? Or will Devataki put another head on her metaphorical mantle? We'll find out at Revelations. And then this big one, the main event. Two men who've defined this company, two men who have been here since the beginning, and two men who are both undefeated at Revelations. Zack Stone defends the World Heavyweight title against Takeru Yukimura. The streaks are on the line. And that is your Revelations card, folks. You want to talk about the biggest card in Revelations history? That's exactly what we're bringing to you in just a few weeks. But before that, we got one more piece of business to take care of. We got one more to handle. And that is this one right here. Ellie Rose to speak one last time before her match at Revelations with Devataki. A lot of people have said that this is the biggest match of Ellie's life. Ellie has said this is the biggest match of her life. She says she doesn't even deserve to be in this spot, but she understands the position she's in right now. Ellie Rose, after so many years in this company, so many years of people counting her out, is now in the biggest match of her life. But Devataki, to her, it doesn't matter. She thinks that the company is all behind Ellie, being biased towards Ellie. But that couldn't be further from the truth, because we know how dangerous Devataki is. She's put away every challenger in her way. Every challenger that has been put in front of Devataki, she has laid to waste. It's not biased to say that Ellie has a shot. It's not biased to say that Ellie Rose has been counted out, has been told she should be fired, has been forgotten about on this roster. Some people didn't even realize she was on this roster at one time or two. That's not being biased, that's just pointing out the facts. But also the facts are this: Devataki has only lost once in VW, and that is to Nadi, and that was in CCL. In DCA, she has not lost a single match. She has not lost one match in this company. And that's what Ellie Rose has to deal with. That's who she's got to fight at Revelations. That is who. Oh, and the lights are out. The lights have just gone out, folks. And this is not good. Oh my God, there she is. Devataki just laid out Ellie, and now, oh no, she's going for that punt. She's going for that punt kick, and Ellie got out of the way. Ellie got out of the way. OCD, no! Devataki gets out of the ring. That's how quick that match can end, folks. That's how quick these two women can hit their primary maneuvers. That's how quick we can determine a Wildcats champion at Revelations. You better be there, folks.
Crib the spot to pay, but my house is your house if you're throwing it back. Excuse me if my home's draining the side. Soon as these happy faces, then you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Mi casa is tu casa, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, just relax. Welcome to my house, baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go well. Welcome to my